All right, is Mo back?
Another barbarian named
My backup.
Big Fists.
What about Mo?
No.
I don't know if you're back.
Okay. All right,
My
so I think
backup.
everyone's here. Michael, are you here? I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
Character's name 6 Arthloff, sorry.
All right. So, gone. Yeah, feel free to put on like
Okay.
whatever.
I will find loot music.
I do have planned music if we get to it. So, is there anything any of you would like to do in this 10 minutes, or would you all just like to kind of wait around?
I think we're pretty much. Is there like somewhere like off, not in the middle of the road where we can like wait?
There
like, some
seems to be
outside
like
tables or something.
Yeah, there seems to be a like park area with a bunch of like statues and a big memorial off to one side.
Guys, can we go sit down over there?
By there, yeah.
We could.
And wait for impending doom via harpy claw?
Don't think they're harpies.
He said they are coming. I'm gonna assume harpies are gonna fly to the sky and kill us.
I'm going to a hole will open up the ground and a demon will come out and drag us to the under.
That sounds kind of awesome.
That does sound pretty cool.
I believe Volunder is to the west, not down.
Down then to the west.
Yeah.
A tunnel system.
Exactly.
Forged by demon.
Our demons like to do it.
Yeah, so
I think demons like to kill things. I don't think they like to dig tunnels.
Oh, they need a way for transportation.
Do they? They're demons.
Yeah, they do.
They do whatever they want. Anyway,
I think they have their ways, probably.
Exactly.
So, in this park, you guys are kind of set in front of these two statues. They're probably like 20 feet tall. They're very large stone like carvings. One of a dwarf looking towards the sea, and one of what looks to be a human looking inland. And past them in the middle is a very large looking kind of like stone obelisk that looks to be some sort of like memorial.
I wonder if there's anything written on this human and dwarf. And can Bug like look around the statues to see if there's like plaques on either of those?
Sure. As you look, there isn't any on the dwarf or the human, but there is one on the obelisk, kind of farther back. And on it, it says in looks to be very old, kind of like a very old kind of like carving into the base of this stone. It says never forget old Bresson, 72 lives lost, but at least we killed Darmadol.
I guess the dragon had a name.
What was it?
Darmadol.
It says Darmadol here.
Can I do a history check, see if I've ever heard that name?
Sure. So you have never directly heard of this person, but you do know by the pronunciation of the name that it was most likely one of the violent savage dragons that was banished from its realm to the mortal plane.
Probably one of the banished ones. Interesting. Yeah, it explains the whole chaotic tendencies.
Okay.
What? I know my dragons. Everyone should. Or at least most people should.
Yeah, you sound like my cousins.
Cousins were into dragons?
Yeah, it's a kobold thing. You know, kobolds, they love dragons.
Hey, don't some of you guys like to lair around them? Or like
Yeah.
underlings to them of sort?
Yeah, my cousins. I talked to a dragon once.
What dragon did you talk to, tiny kobold?
It's kind of a long story, and it ends with an ice dragon in the swamp. It's a whole thing. And then he left.
Wait,
Huh?
In the swamp?
Yeah, it was a baby one. It got lost, I think. And it was over by like a bullywug village, and we ended up helping it just like leave. It was very angry.
Haven't heard of a white dragon in like a swamp. Normally black dragons like to live there.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It was a baby. Not like a wormling, but like a baby.
Probably young then.
Yeah.
Baby dragons are still to be feared.
Very much so, little one.
So, as you guys are sitting in this park, time kind of passes by, and few of you who are keeping eyes on the horizon, mostly Balazar and Hugh, you see after a little while, really not much. You just see maybe like a flock of birds coming this way from the north, but other than that, there's really nothing.
This is kind of anticlimactic. I wonder what's going to happen.
Could I?
Fashionably late as always.
Should I try contacting him again? Tell him to hurry the F up.
I wouldn't bother.
Fair enough. We'll wait a bit longer then if he's still taking a while then.
Hugh, you see at this point that the flock of birds you were seeing are getting closer, and they don't really fit the outlines of birds anymore.
Hugh's gonna kind of stand up because he's like sitting on the ground with like his like katana like in between like his legs. He's just sitting there. He's gonna get up and he's gonna look in that direction, and he's just gonna look over to Balazar, and he's just gonna say, "You see that over there? I think our ride's here."
You need to... Wait a minute. Those aren't... You're fucking kid. You're joking. There's no way it's actually harpies.
So, as the
Harpies!
shapes start to get closer, you see that these shapes don't have wings. They are mostly... They just look like rectangles floating in the sky. As they get closer, they get over the city walls and they start to get lower and lower. And they kind of circle the city for a while. And then you see over the edge of one, you see a hand point down towards your direction. And these three, what you now see as carpets, start to get lower and lower. And finally, you see on each carpet there is a rather old-looking group of gnomes, all one on each carpet. And they land in this kind of park area.
Are you kind of just you guys?
Oh, are you the And he starts to pull out a piece of paper. The coalition of swell fellas.
Yeah.
He's
That's
gonna
us.
instinctively just walk up and sit down on one of the carpets.
Ah, well, he knows what to do. Well,
Also get on the...
there is a kind of a weight limit. Really, only like, I'd say probably 2 or 3 on each.
Should be enough. Keep up the light people on one and then go from there.
This is kind of wild. I didn't expect carpets.
All right.
What color are the carpets?
Huh?
What?
They are mostly red, but they are very decorated in different kinds, like different colors of like deep red. They have gold inlays. They have tassels on the sides. These are very, very nice carpets.
Lord Kyanite pulling out the red carpet, I see.
Literally.
Yes. We have been in his service for a while now. We mostly just, transport people around. So, I think he said you guys were going to Volunder up in the mountains.
You got that?
Yeah.
Well, I mean, I can take you to the entrance. It is underground, so can't really fly it right in.
Sure, it's fine.
Plus, can.
Alright. Well, if you would all get on, like I said, groups of 2, but there will have to be one group of 3. And so, right about now, I'd like to know what order you guys get on.
I get on with Mo.
Okay. So there's one carpet.
He was on the first carpet that was there, and I don't know who got on with him, if anyone.
Nobody did, but Drogo's fine.
Okay.
I think Balzar, you, me, and our little friend Otto here could probably all fit on one.
Alright, sounds good.
Alright. So as you guys get
That's
on...
everyone.
Yeah. So as you guys get on, you see Ambrose and Mo, they start to hover off the ground of this carpet. And so does the other group, but the one with Bug, Balzar, and Otto kind of sputters, and it can't really get off the ground, it seems. And the gnome also sitting on its... Well, sorry, but it seems one of you is going to have to get over to the other one.
Really? I figured we'd be pretty light.
You take Otto.
Yeah, go ahead. Is that okay, Otto?
Where do you want me to go?
Over with us. Over.
Yeah, over with you and Drogo's is probably best.
Okay. And he kind of gets off of that carpet and goes over to Hugh and Drogos' one. And Bug and Balzar, you begin to lift off the ground, and you see the one with Drogos, Otto, and Humorous. It sputters again and cannot get off the ground.
Otto, what do you have on? Do you have something on you?
Huh?
You have like something really heavy on you?
No. I'm just in these robes.
Sure.
I have this crystal, but that doesn't weigh too much.
Are you like doing something magical right now that's like preventing this, or?
No.
I mean, really have to.
Why wouldn't I want to go on a carpet?
No, I'm not saying you don't want to. Just pointing something out.
Maybe Otto should come over here.
Okay.
Otto.
Otto climbs onto the one with Ambrose and Mo, which is kind of hovering about a foot off the ground, and as soon as he steps on, the carpet just boom right to the ground.
Otto, can I feel how heavy that crystal of yours is?
Sure, just be careful. And he hands you his whole quarterstaff with the crystal attached on the end. And as you pick it up, it's fairly light. It's probably like 2 pounds.
Holding it, could I try and get on the carpet and have it like levitate and see what happens?
Isn't
Sure.
it already levitating?
Well, he brought it to the ground.
Yeah, it got,
Oh, sorry.
it like kind of crashed to the ground as soon as Otto got on.
Are gnomes especially heavy?
Yeah, has anyone ever picked up Otto before?
We're pretty small. We're not that heavy.
Well, does the thing fly when I'm on it with the staff?
Yes, the gnome at the front kind of pulls back and the carpet lifts up with you holding it.
I'll hand the staff back to Otto.
Oh, thank you. And then
Maybe.
Otto steps back on, and the carpet slams to the ground once again.
Alright, it's you guys trouble, but Otto, could you like alone just get on one and see if it's something to do with you?
Sure. And he gets on the front carpet with Ambrose and Mo as they like step off, and it comes right off the ground.
Alright, so it's a weight thing. Good to know.
Otto has a fat dump truck.
Otto.
Can I try to pick up Otto?
Sure. Go ahead and make a strength check.
Oh no, careful! It's a DC 4.
So as you kind of like put your hands under his arms and lift up, you can just barely get him off the ground. And like as you put him like, back down, he like you kind of like fall over next to Otto. He is extraordinarily heavy.
Can I try and pick up Otto?
Sure, go ahead and make a strength check.
What?
What do you have in your bag?
Oh no!
As you start to get close to Otto, he kind of jumps back and says, "No, you're not touching me."
Okay, Otto, sorry.
And like I said, I don't have anything heavy on me. You can look in my backpack.
You're just gonna turn to one of the notes on the carpet and say, "Are you guys able to do 2 trips, or is it like 1 there then?"
I mean, these carpets are pretty expensive to keep fueled up with magic juice, so we can really only make one trip. Sorry.
Did you say magic juice?
Yeah.
Charge one if you need.
Are you sure you know how to fly this thing? If it's called, I don't think it takes magic juice.
Well, it's not actually called magic juice. There's some special bugs that we, squash up, and we add some ingredients from the forest. And
Can I try to tell what makes Otto so heavy?
Sure. Go ahead and make an investigation check. So you kind of just like briefly look through his bag, and it's mostly just paper and kind of just like random components. And you pick each of them up individually. You look around at his clothes, and it's all light. And you try to pick him up again, and it seems to be actually Otto who weighs this much.
Can we?
Hey,
Otto,
Otto, how much do you weigh?
I don't know. I'm pretty small though, so I probably only weigh like 10 pounds. I can't be that heavy.
Judging from how Ambrose and
Wait, Otto, can you jump for me, please?
Sure. And as he just jumps like normal.
Otto, I'm gonna hold out my hands, like my arms. And I want you to try and run and jump into my arms.
Okay. And so he kind of takes a step back. And he starts to, I can't spell. And he starts to run, and he completely like leaps up onto your like arms.
Mm-hmm.
And as he like touches down, both of you immediately fall forward. It's like there is like a just immense force pulling
How
you
strong
down.
are his legs?
This dude beefy.
it's a ball.
I guess I weigh a little bit more than I thought, but maybe if I'm just with one other person.
Wait, can't like Balastar shrink people or something?
I was not Balastar, but can anyone here, make him smaller or anything, lessen the load a little bit?
I can make him smaller, yeah.
All right, Drogos, show us what you got.
Zap him!
Hey, hey, Otto, do you want to get a bit smaller, real quick?
Sure.
Don't worry. All right, and Drogo's going to cast Enlarge Reduce on Otto and make him smaller.
All right.
How dense is he?
Oh, I forgot to target Otto, whatever.
It's fine, yeah. He's yeah. So, you guys see Otto start to, like, shrink, and then you see, like, a weird blur as he shrinks, and then he just appears like his normal size. It seems like whatever Drogos didn't work on him.
Telling you this works.
Like I said, maybe I should just be on some other carpet with just someone else.
Hugh, you don't weigh too much, right? No offense.
Well, last time I checked, probably only about 30, if even that.
Right. Probably take Balzar. And they have like Bug and Otto be on one because they don't weigh a lot.
Well, one of them does.
Bug doesn't.
I guess.
All right. So do you guys get into that kind of formation?
Sure.
All right. So as the rug with Bug and Otto begins to lift, it successfully kind of lifts off the ground about a foot. All right. And so now seeing all of the carpets kind of up, the gnome dressed in purple in front, that Ambrose and Mo are next to on the carpet, he says, "Well, I guess we should get off going, and I suggest all of you kind of sit down, especially if it's your first time there. It can get pretty windy." And with that, the carpets begin to kind of raise up in the sky, and they keep raising and raising and raising. And soon, you would all have to say you're probably like 30 to 40 feet above the ground. So, for some of you, it's a very uncomfortable feeling, and for some of you, it feels like you're on the ride of your life. And they begin to move at a very fast speed across the now frozen lake. And you guys are now traveling across the lake on flying carpets.
That is all. This is interesting.
Hey, have you done this before? Out of curiosity.
Can we hear each other?
Nothing really scares me, or... Well, I guess one way to put it is nothing really phases me at this point. Nothing makes sense. You know, what's the point in trying to explain or understand? I'll just be glad when we get this done with.
Yeah, I think we all do. Balzar, are you having fun there, bud?
Hate this.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, and all of you can hear each other. You're not going so fast that the wind is deafening, and at the most part, you're probably 20 feet away from each other. You're not very far.
Yeah, I think Bug's chilling. I don't know about everyone else.
All right.
He's having fun.
So,
can I try something?
Yeah, sure. Go ahead.
Can I attempt to cast message on Eeny, Meeny, Miny, Mo, catch the tiger by the toe? Let him know. Can I attempt to cast message on Balzar and try to trick him into thinking I've fallen? Go, I'm falling down!
Sure. Go ahead and make a deception check. Balzar, as you whip your head around, you are completely sure that Bug is about to fall off.
Balazar whips his head around with a very panicked expression on his face and looks over at where Otto and Bug are, and then gets very annoyed when he realizes he's fine.
Got him!
I'm going to see you alive.
It was funny!
It was pretty funny.
It was really funny.
I'm sorry!
Alistar is now trying to figure out in his head how much force it would take to shoot down one of these carpets.
Alright. So, you guys, keep going across the lake, and after probably about 30 minutes, you guys are what you would probably say about halfway. Yeah. Like, probably about, like, halfway across this, like, lake. And, if everyone could make a perception check for me, that would be...
What time of day is it?
At about this point, it's probably about midday. Alright. So, all of you... Huh?
Didn't make one.
Oh, sorry, I didn't see.
Wow. Otto's cheating.
Oh, right, I forgot I'm...
Otto listening to the DM.
Yeah.
You have to explain to yourself what you see.
Yeah. Oh, no.
It's fucked up. Otto, you see, Otto has his X-ray mod installed right now.
So, all of you are pretty taken back by all this, and you are really enjoying the view. And as you guys start to get closer and closer to the land you see on the other side, you could see the peak of mountains from Bresson across this lake. But you see now that these mountains are huge. The mountains that you climbed in your previous adventure were very tall, but these have to be at least double the size. And it is a very long, continuous range of these extremely high mountains. Humorous, you are kind of just looking over the horizon, looking for anything that might be unusual. And after a while, you see kind of like these bird shapes that you saw before, but they seem to be actual birds. And they seem to be getting closer faster than normal birds would be.
Hey, Malzar.
What's up, yo?
I think we got company, and this time I don't think it's for us.
Can Balasar, like, squint to see what these are?
Sure, yeah. Go ahead and make a perception check.
As he's looking, he's gonna reach and grab a hold of his longbow. Ain't no rest for the wicked, huh?
So, Balzar, as you try to stand up to get a better view, you're very quickly reminded that you are very high and on a very unstable carpet. And you kind of sit back down, and you can't really see very well what these are. You are starting to, like, see these shapes, but you can't really make out anything about them.
That poor decision.
And Hugh, as you see them getting closer, you can tell they're definitely birds, but very large. And they're probably about 100 feet away from you now. And you see that these birds have arms. And they get closer and closer, and you're getting more ready as they get closer. But as they kind of make eye contact with you, you see one wave. And one of these creatures kind of settles up next to the front carpet. You can see now that they came from both your right and your left at the same time. And there's one probably about 10 feet away from the front carpet, and you see that there are two on each side of this like formation. And Ambrose, you see to your left now a very large bird man who seems to be waving at you as he is flying.
How close is he?
He is now 10 feet away. He kind of like swooped in all of a sudden.
I'm gonna put my fist up and say, "Stay back, foul demon man!"
You can see, his head kind of turns, and he kind of looks at you strangely and says, "Now, we're not doing anything bad here. We're just, well, we're just patrolling the skies, and, well, we saw a bunch of people on carpets. You don't see that every day."
Do you not understand me, Birdman? And then Ambrose is gonna start squawking like a hawk.
Go
At
ahead
the
and make
Birdman.
a intimidation check.
We're on important business.
It appears Ambrose thinks he's the cock of the walk.
Can I somehow like impede him doing this?
He's pretty far in front of you. You can't really stop him.
Damn. Can I just like yell over him?
Yeah, sure.
I haven't been having the best day. So I'm gonna squawk at the Birdman on my carpet.
Have you never met one of us before?
Ignore him. He was dropped head of the child.
Oh, I see. Yeah, a lot of us were, that's for sure. Hey, we were looking for a certain group around here. Have you heard of there's like this traveling group, has like a kobold, some dragonborns, like a talking skeleton, like a dwarf. You guys
You got all of that right except for the dwarf. That's us.
No, I never heard of him.
Oh, are you the coalition of swell fellas?
As much as I hate the name, they are.
Oh.
Sounds familiar.
Oh. Well, that's good to know. And he starts to kind of fly kind of away.
Why didn't you tell him?
And
Not concerning.
and you see after a while, probably about like 30 feet away, you hear this deafening like squawking noise. And you see all of the sudden these birds reach around on their back, and you see them pull out what seemed to be a very large sort of club weapon. And you hear the one in the front say, "All right, boys, let's complete this contract."
Why did you tell them?
Why?
And could you all look on the roll 20 for
He was gonna like put an arrow in his bow. Another day
Alright.
in paradise.
Balasar has with
You fool!
javelin.
Okay.
Drogos, what were you thinking?
No.
No.
Stop.
Get that out of here.
Get one-winged Kong out of here.
Alright. And you now see all
No,
before you a bunch of these large birdmen. I have, but go ahead and let me start combat.
Oh,
And this is how we die.
By Eric Kokra.
Drogos decided, I'm gonna tell these guys, hey, are you the people I'm looking for?
Yeah, we sure are.
How
except for
far
the
is
dwarf.
it to the
That one's
ground?
already
Yeah,
dead.
no, that's us. Actually, one of us is dead, so we cover. Yeah, that's us. Like, what?
From
Why
what
did
you
you tell
can tell, it is about 40 feet down to the now icy lake.
Oh, no.
Also, why is the channel already in combat?
Because we never
Oh.
ended it from last time.
That's pretty funny. I think it's this, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, why are they in me and Otto's side? Oh!
You're completely surrounded.
I like how it was just like a
Oh.
JPEG of like the ocean.
Yeah, I
I love
spent
that.
so long trying to find like a really good picture of like water, but
That's
Roll20 does
fine.
not have any good water at all.
I think I'm
No,
right.
you just input your own.
That's what I had to do, yeah. But it still looks bad, but oh,
No, Roll20 doesn't really have any good ones.
yeah. Oh, it's I begin. I forgot. I've never done combat.
That's fine. Oh no, I have so many tabs
All
open.
right.
I have to get my combat ones. Oh no.
Let me quickly check.
19.
Urgh, 18.
And I will get music in a second. I'm just
Haha, the man has pressed IG. He's done IG. DK. Wait. There's Kong. Funny face. DK. DK.
Walnuts, peanuts,
Peanuts.
walnuts,
Nuts.
peanuts.
Peanuts. Walnuts. Added to combat.
Add the gnomes to combat.
Oh no!
Care.
Friendly fire!
Alright.
We got a red carpet down. Red carpet down.
Oh no! More like magic crap it ride, if you ask me. Gotta love a nice Arakora. Did you say they have clubs?
Yes.
Oh my god, it's just the Volunder police.
Oh, I forgot to do Oh no, you know the name of them.
Exclamation point mad.
We figured they were they're literally Arakora.
Aarakocras are like really cool.
Yeah, they're one of my favorite races.
Oh right.
Like mad.
And
All
where were
right.
they hiding the clubs?
They were just on their backs,
Oh.
but they were kind of like under a like slip of armor. Let me get music. Being a demon's hard.
Mm-hmm.
It just takes time. You'll be fine. You're doing great so far. Honestly, this is a very unique encounter where we can't move.
You can move some.
I mean, no, but I mean, like, ostensibly. Oh, trying to jump from carpet to carpet would be fucking awful. Just because we can't, like, jump from carpet to carpet in the way.
Just Tom and Jerry fall to your death.
Oh, I just sprout my wings and then I'll just fly off. They won't expect it.
Yeah, Ambrose. How are those range attacks going?
All right.
I was gonna bow, but you're sitting there like, well, when one comes in for an attack, I'm gonna punch him. Like,
all right.
Yeah,
And speaking of Mo, it is his turn.
oh, we got a 24. Damn. You get to use your bow for once, or throw a dagger again.
Did we add the bow to my attack sheet?
A new bow.
I did.
Yeah, remember it.
Cool.
Yeah, I had to go in and change it because you rewrote over the short bow.
And I will give them names. Just give me a second.
Like,
yeah.
it's your name bow.
It's called.
Wait, what are you saying?
It's called Sehanin's moon bow.
All right. So
Oh, that bow. I'm sorry. I didn't know you were talking about that bow. I forgot. I thought you meant your regular bow. I never saw the stats on that. Is it cool?
it's pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, did you ever give me the Crown of Madness spell, Michael? I don't think you ever got that to me.
I haven't got around to it. I apologize.
It's no problem. I imagine I won't. Well, I probably won't be using it this encounter, so we're fine. What if I see?
Can you guys see AA1? Or AA2?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah.
Brian, it's a roll of 1d8 for the damage,
Okay.
and then it says bonus damage die is 1d6.
It already does it for you. If you just attack with the weapon, it will automatically do it. I put it in the bot for you.
Yeah, and it says the bonus type is radiant. Thank you for doing
that
that,
is
Michael.
radiant damage. Oh, that's awesome.
What does radiant do?
It's good against
like
undead.
Yeah.
It's like holy light is the best way to describe it, basically.
And all of that damage will automatically be rolled for you when you attack with it.
Okay.
That's sexy, right there.
All right, sorry. I was just adding the names. Go ahead and commence your attack, Mr.
I will
Mo.
walk over to. No, I'm just kidding.
Walk over. And
No,
keep in
there
mind,
you go.
you can move around these carpets.
I was trying to, but I was in the text tool. I realized.
Mm.
But wait, I still.
Oh
Can't
wait,
move
can
around.
you guys move?
No, you did. No, we
Yeah, right. Yes.
I can move
Yeah.
myself.
Yeah, that's because you logged on a while ago.
Og.
All
I'm
right,
just trying to
Mo,
figure out
you should be able to
how
move.
each one of the pilots so I can kill all of our operators.
No.
It doesn't look like it's
Balver works
working.
for Blackwater.
Balasar works for the Mujahideen.
Did you do an update? Did you do
Oh, I didn't.
Yeah.
Joker's trick, man.
Okay, try now. There you go.
Nice. All right.
Look
So
at those random
so-
rolls.
as you shoot what seems to be probably the leader of this group of bandits, you see it kind of like pierce into his wing, but you see their like armor. You see that it goes like on to their wings, and you see that that while the arrow definitely hit and definitely hurt, the armor seems to be protecting their wings. Would you like to do anything else?
I'll just give my help to Ambrose.
Okay.
Why me?
Oh, you can't do anything? Alright, never mind, I don't give it to him. I give it
Would you like
to
to give it to?
Otto.
Okay.
Solid.
Alright.
Oh no, this is a fight in open daylight. I don't even have advantage. Because I get disadvantage and advantage. Oh!
Alright. So, you see, oh wait, I should probably make it to where you guys can actually move first. Hold on.
Is Bug on the con? Oh, there he is. I was like, I was so confused why he just disappeared.
I was moving around.
Alright, he can already. I can move Otto.
Fight night, fight night, fight night.
Fight time, fight time,
Stewart
fight time.
Slam.
Seward.
Seward.
Stewart.
Seward. Like Stuart Little.
Stuart Little Slam.
That's the
My next
nerdiest name for a shark I've ever heard in my life. Is Stewart.
Yeah, Seward. So Seward's a good name. I like Seward.
It means guardian of the sea, which is very fitting.
Alright, okay, everyone should be able to...
Can't wait for him to jump out of the ocean
Okay.
and fucking suplex one of these.
Yeah. Alright, so, Bug, you see, this, bird to your left. You see it kind of take out this giant club, and you see it kind of dive away from you, and then it dives back, and it's coming at you at a very rapid pace.
Oh!
And it goes right over your like head, and it is holding out this club as it dives.
Ah!
Bonk.
Hey, Otto, just... Uh-oh!
I've always liked birds.
Me too, but not when they're trying to club us!
Joe, just before I type this in, it would be !I space attack, then the name of the weapon, then -T, then the
Bug.
name, right?
Just
Yes.
Bug. For this,
Yeah. Okay, cool. Alright, so, so as this, raider comes by, it just absolutely just, like, whacks you as he, like, flies by, and you almost lose your, like, footing, but you remain pretty, like, steady on your feet. And he keeps going past you. It seems like he can't really help it. It seems like the way he is, like, he's dove with this, like, weight kind of underneath him, he continues 20 more feet this way before he can kind of get himself stopped.
That one hurt!
It is now, a three's turn. He's going to do the same thing, but he sees the gnome behind you. So he is going to, dive this way, and he's going to hit, or try to hit Otto. Otto, though, he is going to use his, reaction to cast shield. If I just do Would it be Otto? Oh no, sorry. It's actually...
I think it would be Otto, yeah.
Okay, good. Alright, so... Alright, and did that add to his AC? Oh yeah, it did. Wait. Yeah, because it's a 12 plus 5. Yeah. So, you see now Otto, just gets absolutely just hit as he kind of almost stumbles off the side, but it seems to be very steady on his feet. It seems now that the gnomes know that you guys need to be steady on your feet, that they are doing something to make the carpet a little bit more steady than it was before. It's now Balasar's turn.
So Balasar is actually going to move between you and Drogo,
Mm-hmm.
so that he's far enough so
Yeah.
that no one's in the way. And Balasar is going to cast or use Lightning Breath attack on an AA4.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so that is 2d6. Uh, 11 damage, and they need to make a Constitution save of... What was it, like 13?
It's 8 plus your, I think.
Plus my con multiplier, plus my proficiency.
Yeah.
Okay, so it would be.
The way to do it might just be to have them roll.
It would be 14.
14.
Yeah. And let me check their.
Either do a monster check or a save might be better, just because it's easier. Because then you can just do a roll, just a roll at 20.
Yeah, that's what I'm at. And what kind of save is it again?
Constitution, I believe.
Okay.
Look at the note. Dexterity.
Dexterity, okay.
Come out of the
Alright.
sky.
And the DC was 14, right?
Yep.
Alright. So that means it takes full damage?
Yep.
Alright.
Are these going by our flight rules, or are these are we gonna just assume that they are adept flyers?
The armor and, the, armor, you see them wearing, you saw Mo shoot an arrow at them, and it seemed to do, very little to their wings.
Alright.
And you targeted which one, Balzar?
4.
4, got it. Alright.
Alright, and I'm going to follow that up by immediately throwing a javelin at him.
Alright, go for it.
Is Lightning Breath a minor action? What?
Oh, he has extra attack, so.
He's level
Mhm.
5.
Oh,
he has extra
yeah!
attack.
Alright. You...
What is that?
I like that gift. This poor man, you're just like...
Alright, I actually did the health wrong. He should have taken damage. HP 4. Alright, you see now, with the combination of this lightning and the javelin, it sticks right into him, and it's still in him, and you see that he's having a very hard time flying now with such a large metal thing kind of lodged into his body. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Just tap on the gnome's shoulder and telling him that we need to land.
Okay. we will start to go down. Did you hear that? And then the one in the front, you can see is already going down quite fast. But the birds are like following this kind of glide down to the surface of the ice. It's now Bug Vungus's turn.
Let's see. Otto, how you feeling?
I don't feel very well. That bird had a large club, it seems.
You got this, buddy!
Oh, thank you.
Not liking these guys very much. What sort of armor are they wearing? Can Bugs see? Like, is it leather?
Just at a glance, it seems to be some sort of leather, yeah. And it seems to flex with their wings.
Interesting.
Are all the carpets going down?
They are on a steady, like decline now,
Okay.
going towards the ice.
Bug is going to turn to, and look at, the one that clubbed him, and he's gonna go, hey, that reminded me of something. You ever hear the one about the Arakora that walked into a bar? He said, ow! And with that, he casts Hideous Laughter.
Alright. Go ahead and cast it.
Oh my god.
Oh, man.
He's heard that one before.
He just kind of looks at you and says, we don't really drink. And then,
I suppose not!
He made a wisdom save, but he ain't that smart.
No,
Alright.
with that, I guess, yeah, I guess with that, Bug just uses his, his item action to get his crossbow pistol out.
Okay. Alright. Next is Otto's turn. He is going to look at the one that just, kind of swiped him, and it hurt a lot, so he is going to...
Advantage thanks to Mo's help.
He's going to look at the one. Wait, did I do that right? Yeah, okay. I'm going insane. He's going to look at the raider, that had just sideswiped him, and he's going to cast Firebolt. He points his finger at him and just says, "That really hurt." And it seems that Otto is definitely not comfortable being on this kind of shifting carpet, and especially now that it's starting to kind of almost not a free fall, but it's going towards the ice quite fast. And that will end his turn. It is now Raider 5's turn. Oh, what did I just do? I've broken my computer. Okay.
Whoa.
I don't know. So, this one is the one that has been kind of looking at Humorous, but it just saw that the raider in front of him got just hit by this horrible looking javelin, and he's going to try to dive towards Balazar right over your head with this what you recognize as a Morning Star Balazar, right under his wings.
Oh, my armor's not gonna help with this.
And the way he kind of has to like turn, you can see it coming from a mile away, and you just duck your head right under, and it continues all the way to like right here, and it stops right next to you, Mo. And Mo, it kind of has its back turned to you, still focused on Balazar. It doesn't even notice that it is right next to you. Mo, if you could make a opportunity attack.
Okay, sure.
On AA5.
Yeah. That's knifeable too, right?
Yeah, it's just like a regular attack.
Yeah, it would just be a normal attack.
But it's the opportunity because you get to do it now and not during your turn. It's wild.
Yes. All right. It doesn't see you at all, and you slice right into its armor on its wing, and you see some like blood come up from under the armor, and you see now that there's quite a large patch on this one's wing armor, and it seems like, given the opportunity, now that you know that's there, you might be able to cripple his wing if you shoot at this spot. And that will end Raider 5's turn. It is now Humorous's turn.
Alright, looking out at the battlefield in front of him, to the east, he had just saw the one swoop at Balazar is now out of the way, so the only one left on that side is the one who was blasted with lightning and with a javelin. And so he's gonna reach into his quiver and pull out the last corkscrew arrow he has. He's gonna load it up and just look at it. Oh, I hope this works. This day can't get any worse. And he's gonna hold it up and fire it at the fourth one, like try and aim for the neck.
All right. Ooh, all right. So you aim for its neck and it goes right in between, or it goes in right where its armor kind of stops, like right at the base of the neck. And as it hits, there's the initial kind of burst of like blood, but you see the arrow spinning and more blood just comes gushing out, and it starts to rapidly fall to the ground. But it still seems to be in control.
He's gonna turn to Balazar and Drogos on the carpet and go, that one's done for. Focus on the other ones. There's two right behind us. Let's get them.
Video.
And that will end Hugh's turn.
All right. It is now the turn of the one that you just hit. It is going very, very fast at the ground. And from where it got hit, it's probably a 20-foot drop. And with that, you see it crash into the ice so hard that you see the ice break, and he goes right into the water, and you see bits of red tinted water start to bubble up under the ice.
In response,
I've not been keeping track of damage.
Oh, it's okay. Don't worry about it.
In response,
forgot.
Hugh's just gonna hang his head low and just go, "I had to be this way."
All right, so Ambrose's turn, and also, how do you?
It will remove automatically once it's dead.
I didn't add the damage.
You can just,
I remove AA4.
Okay.
Yeah.
There we go. All right.
Ambrose, has just been putting on his like grapple gloves.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And he's going to run
Mm-hmm.
and jump onto AA2.
Onto AA2. Okay. Let's see. Go ahead and just make a acrobatics check. All right. Yeah. Easily enough, you leap off the back of the carpet and onto the back of this bird person. And
I'm just going to start punching wildly.
Okay. Yeah.
Well, like trying to hold on.
Sure. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. Go ahead and make your attacks. All right.
doesn't want you to hit him.
So as you jump onto this bird's back, you punch it twice in the side of the neck, and fire begins to just engulf the head. Like all of its feathers are starting to burn off, and you hear it just like making these horrible like bird noises, and it goes. And as you start to you look inside it of yourself, and you are lining up 2 more punches. This raider goes completely inverted, and you are just holding on for dear life. Can you make a strength check? All right. So as it starts to pull out of this dive, you are still attached.
Is it like moving, or is it?
It is like you have your like you have your
grapple gloves.
Like, yeah, your arms like around its like neck now, just hanging on for dear life, and it seems like it is starting to pull out of this dive, but then it starts to kind of lean down, and you can tell it is starting to get closer and closer to the ground. And right now, at the end of your turn, you're just kind of holding on, and this bird is rapidly going towards the ice. It's now Drogos' turn.
All right. So Drogos probably saw that whole fiasco of Ambrose jumping on, right?
Oh yeah.
All right.
You were right next to it.
All right. So Drogos gonna sprout his wings as a bonus action, and then he's gonna fly over to Ambrose and like say, "Hey, Ambrose, grab on."
Go ahead and make a acrobatics check, as you would have to kind of dive off as you sprout your wings and kind of match the rate of descent. Alright, so you get probably within 5 feet, but this bird that he's attached to is just flapping wild. He's going, and you cannot seem to get close enough without colliding with this. At this point, they are getting very close to the ground. And I say that's probably the end of your turn.
Yeah, that's about all I can do.
Yeah. Alright, it's now the leader's turn. Seeing all of this chaos going down, he is going to try to dive towards Mo. It seems like they've had this planned out for a while, how they would dive. So Mo, again, he probably starts to dive at you from like 30, or like 30 feet away, and you can just easily duck under it. And
Nice.
and it starts it goes right over the head of AA5 and ends up right about here. And that will end its turn. It's now your turn, Mo.
Alright, so I'm just gonna attack AA5 with my dagger again, right?
Alright. If you would like to aim for the like part that you kind of like cut open, go ahead and do it with disadvantage.
Wait, do it with disadvantage?
Yeah, but if you
at the part where you like cut open.
Yeah, but if you would like to like just attack it normally, just attack without disadvantage. But you can tell that if you slashed at its open wing, it would probably be way more effective than slashing at its armor again.
Okay, so I'll attack with disadvantage.
Okay.
So
just,
is that after the target or before the target?
It's at the very end. Just do dash DIS. Alright. So you go and try to stab right where you stabbed last time, and its wing kind of like goes back and kind of just like slaps you in the face. It's a very large wing, and you are knocked back like 5 feet, just on the edge of the carpet. But you are still well and on. At this point, you guys are probably 10 feet above the ice. Alright. So, the raider that Ambrose jumped on is rapidly approaching the ice, and it is about to slam into the ice. And once again, and you guys see this with Ambrose on it, you see it puncture through the ice and into the cold water under the ice. And you see like blood kind of bubble up from the like ice hole, and you're not sure if it's the Birdman's blood or Ambrose's. And Ambrose, you take that fall damage.
I remove it.
I'm due.
Okay.
I think this work? Yes, there we go. Alright. There we go. Alright. So it is now... Let's see. Right. So... it is going to do a dive attack at Humorous. You see it go past Otto, Humorous, and it kind of stops for a second, sees you, and then dives towards your direction again. And it just barely, like, knocks against your, like, helmet. And it swooshes the like, fake hair back as it goes by. And it continues its movement to right here. And that will end its turn. It is now Balasar's turn.
Okay. Balasar is going to throw a javelin at AA1.
Alright.
And I will attack again.
Okay. How many javelins do you have?
I am nearing my limit.
Okay.
let me look at my inventory and I will subtract the one I'm at 3 now. This will be
Okay, got it.
Then after that, I have to resort to the sword.
Ooh,
Fuck.
and you throw a javelin at what seems to be the like leader right over this gnome's head, and you see it kind of like stick into its side, and you hear it like squawk as it kind of like does a like barrel roll as it like kind of starts to plummet down, but it starts to pull itself up in such a movement where your second javelin misses, but you see it stick into the ice below. And is that all you would like to do?
That's all I can do.
Alright, so now the Vungus's turn.
Is. Oh man, I can't wait to concentrate on it. Something about a guy that's dead didn't even affect me. I love that it still says concentration when it didn't actually like go off.
Yeah.
I guess what's around? I believe the only ones that are around are that one's gone. Drogo's is still there, correct?
Yeah.
Mhm.
The second one is gone. So it's just 5 and 1, I believe, are in my sight. I don't think. No, I don't think you're in my sight.
Reasonably, you could
From here, maybe.
Yeah, you could go there and shoot AA5, but that's really it.
Yeah, that it. Wow. Yeah, pretty much. Okay, yeah. Yeah, Bug is going to just with his hand crossbow having been readied, is gonna shoot the 5th raider.
All right.
And I don't get disadvantage, don't get advantage because Otto's within 5 feet. But at the same time, it's
Right.
daylight.
Yeah.
Just let you know I think of these things.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. You see it go into its like wing, but once again, the armor it has seems to protect its wing somewhat from the impact. Is there anything else you would like to do?
I believe. Well, actually, no. I don't think there is. No.
You guys are about 5 feet off, and the carpets are starting to like level off, slowly starting to like sink down.
Have we gone like forward more? Because is Ambrose's like the hole where Ambrose would be farther back?
Ambrose, the hole that Ambrose seems to have like fallen into is about 40 feet behind you guys now. Otto's turn. Otto is kind of looks around and is going to try to attack the one Bug just tried to attack. Right over the gnome's head, who is now at this point ducking as all sorts of things are head.
Yeah, that's probably a good idea.
And you see this like mote of fire just fly right at the 5th raider's wing, and it hits, and you see like the impact kind of bend the wing, but it seems like this armor is pretty resistant to fire. That will end Otto's turn. The 5th raider turns around as he's now been attacked from behind him, and he looks around, and very closely he sees Mo, and he's going to try to once again swoop over his head with the star. And once again, it misses. And he goes flying off in this direction before he can get himself kind of lined up. And at this point, you see that they're kind of just hovering over the ice, but still in flight. It is now Humorous' turn.
Alright, seeing as though this fight is coming quickly to a close as we're heading towards the ground, he was gonna look around and he's gonna see the the leader of the group on the carpet in front of him, and he's gonna reach into his quiver and pull out the last of the flame enchanted arrows from Warham.
Okay.
And as he's grabbing a hold of it, he notches it into his bow, as he's spinning the arrow in his hands before locking it into the bow, and he's gonna aim it at the main guy and say, "No more tricks. This is what it takes." And as he aims down the sight, you can see him squint a little bit as this his aura fades a bit and just becomes green, green flames enveloping him, and the tip of the arrow, the crystal, glows the same green energy as he's gonna use Fighting Spirit and then fire the flame arrow. So I need to put that in quotes.
Funny quotes.
There you go. And I'll add the temporary HP after. It gives me advantage on every attack this turn until the end of it.
Okay.
And this is AA 1, yes.
1.
And as
Ooh.
go ahead and describe
Alright.
it, and I'll.
No, go ahead.
And then after that, he's gonna give a big breath. It's gonna have to be this way. They don't look like they're gonna be letting up. And he's gonna reach and grab another arrow out of his quiver, load it in, and he's gonna try and aim for an area that it wouldn't outright kill him, but would just knock him to the ground.
Sure, yeah. Yeah. Go ahead and attack. Alright. So you try to target the front of its wing, and sure enough, it sticks in and goes all the way through, and you hear the leader yell out, and it kind of just swoops over and falls on the ground, but it's still on the ice.
What effect did the flame arrow have? Did it burn anything, or?
So you saw as it first hit the armor, it didn't do much, but as it went in, it seemed to light the inside of what was inside of this armor on fire, which were the feathers of this bird person.
All right. Let me just.
And I'll say that it is unconscious on the ice.
All right.
Not fully dead.
Just to make sure I subtracted everything. Yep. All right. That's the end of my turn.
It is now Ambrose's turn. Ambrose, as you were falling, you just completely impact the ice, and the next time you open your eyes, you are just completely underwater, and you see some light that it's kind of hazy above you, but all of a sudden you just get
Is this a bad time to tell you that Ambrose doesn't know how to swim?
Alright,
Uh-oh.
noted. As you
Ambrose drowns.
as you look around, all of a sudden You go ahead and make a Constitution saving throw. All right. Your first instinct is to gasp, but you understand you are underwater, and and you keep your mouth shut, and you start to try to paddle up, but you're kind of just staying in place. And the water is extremely cold. Already, you can't really feel your fingers or hands, and you can feel this kind of coldness and like numbness starting to creep down into your like limbs, but your core is staying quite warm. And that really is all you can do. You're just trying to paddle, but you're just kind of staying in place. From what you can tell, you're probably a couple feet under. Drogos, it's your turn.
To be clear, Drogos is like flying a bit above the carpets right now.
I believe last time you were diving next to Ambrose, but you like kind of pulled up.
Yeah.
So did you fly like I think I said like 40 feet up to the rest of the group that are now on the ground?
Yeah, I'm like above of everyone right now.
Okay, sure.
I can see AA 5 and 3, right?
Yes, you can see. Yeah, 5 and 3.
Cool. I'm going to do some good old meta magic and twin spell lightning strike them.
Okay. Actually, what is your in-flight move?
It's the same as like my normal movement.
Okay, so I'd say. Okay, yeah. What's your normal movement again?
30 foot.
30. So you would be about like right here. Yeah. Just keep that in mind for range and stuff.
Yeah, it has 100-foot range, so.
Oh, okay.
Should...
Then. Oh yeah, you're totally fine. I just want to make sure. All right, go ahead.
3 and 5, correct?
Yes, 5 and 3. All right. So as and what spell was? Oh, okay.
Lightning bolt.
Lightning bolt. So you see now that they're on the ground. You see this electricity kind of arc to the ground, and they all seem to fall to the ground. And AA3 and 5 are now on the ground.
And then,
no, go ahead.
Do I still have movement left?
I'd say, flying the 40 feet kind of over kind of takes up all your movement, unfortunately.
All right. Never mind, then, because I was going to fly back towards Ambrose, but...
Okay, yeah. Yeah, you...
Or at least, like, orient myself in that direction.
Yes,
right.
For sure. And you can very easily see the pretty massive hole he's made in the ice.
Alright, in perfect order, I'll be flying over, but Lol can't, so that's my turn.
Yeah. Alright. That man is dead. Or not dead, but... Mo, it is your turn. You are now fully on the ground. You can get off the carpet and run over to any of them you want. They are also on the ground.
Is there like a quick, easy way to see which of my weapons has the highest potential damage output?
New exclamation point attack list.
What'd you do? Say?
Exclamation point attack list.
If you just go onto your character sheet and like the first tab, you can see the like damage.
There you go.
Oh, that's cool. Okay, I didn't know that showed damage.
So I think Sahanin's bow looks like to do the most damage. And my rules might be near.
Dagger. Offhand dagger. Dagger of Penrug one-handed. Dagger of Penrug 10-handed.
Yeah, why do you have offhand dagger and daggers separate?
Darthag killer. Darthag Killer again.
Yeah, if you're
It's needed.
yeah, if you dual wield weapons, you cannot use your proficiency on the second one unless you have the feat for that.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
Well, why? Yeah. Okay.
I can't let you dual wield long swords, which is pretty sick.
What get the proficiency? Yeah, because they're
You
like,
can-
So,
With the
Can I
Mhm.
use disadvantage if I shoot at AA5?
If you would like to, yes, you may. As you try to aim for it, again, it kind of just like it's basically like sliding on the like ice now. It had quite a rough landing with the like lightning. It seems to be somewhat stunned for a brief like second.
Cool.
And is that the end of your turn?
Yeah. No. I'll give my help to.
Oh, I forgot to give that to Otto.
I'll give it to Otto again.
Okay. All right. All right. Right. So this one is going to try and walk up to Humorous and is going to swing its Morning Star.
Oh, I needed to add the temporary HP.
Oh yeah, I believe you can do that when it's not your turn.
Okay,
So go ahead and do that now.
I'm just now remembering that. Sorry about that.
It's alright.
There we go. Sorry about
There
that.
you go.
There we go.
Alright, and it's gonna run up and it is winding back for a big kind of swing with its Morning Star. You see now that these things are very tall when they're standing up on the ground. Alright, and it hits, but it doesn't really seem to do much. And the force of this, like, swing, you can tell it's not used to fighting on the ground, and especially on ice. It kind of just, like, swings back with its back facing, like, towards you. If you would like to, you can make an opportunity attack.
I would have to do it with my longbow, right? Because I wouldn't have enough time to swap weapons.
Right, yeah.
Okay. It's within 5 feet of me, right?
Yes, it is.
Ooh, I'll have to make up a disadvantage. Let's do it.
Yeah.
And before 2 nat 20s with disadvantage.
Ooh, and it is like so close. Again, as you kind of hold your bow out and pull back, the tip of its wing kind of like slaps the end of the arrow, and it kind of pushes your aim to the side, and you fire right into the ice. It is now Balasar's turn. Who Humorous is on top of? I just saw.
Yeah.
Wait, what?
What?
I haven't moved at all. I'm just still on the carpet.
On my screen, like,
On me,
you
you're
went
on
from
top of my
being
character.
on my screen, Hugh went from being like in the ocean to in Balzar.
Okay, I'm just gonna say you are down here, and he moved right there.
Yeah, my original
I'm not sure
position.
what.
That's
Yeah,
so funny.
I'm not sure. I'm not sure what happened there.
Okay. Seeing that the others pretty much have this handled, Balasar is actually not going to attack this round. I'm
Oh,
going to
okay.
dash action,
Mm-hmm.
and I'm going to sprint over to where Ambrose was.
Okay. So that doubles your movement speed.
Like, I think, is it 80?
What is your movement currently? 40?
40.
So yeah, you can
80.
move 80, so you'll be able to get.
Oh, yeah.
He's 40.
Because
Yeah, you can.
barbarians get +10.
Oh, that's a barbarian thing to know. All right.
I would say, just for the sake of things, you don't really need to take the dash action. You can pretty easily kind of run over.
Okay, well, the reason I want to take the dash action because I assume I'm going to need the movement to to go down there and drag Ambrose back up here.
Okay, then
You'll be
Then-
down there at the end
yeah.
of the action. You won't have anything like a.
yeah. So I'm just gonna say you didn't use it and just kind of ran over.
Okay.
And you're now at kind of like the edge of this hole in the ice.
Balasar is going to drop most of his gear to make himself not sink like a stone. And
Okay.
To find Ambrose.
All right. As you dive in, go ahead and make a Constitution save. Oh, sorry, I didn't see that you. All right. So as you sorry, I'm looking at something. All right, yeah. So as you dive in, it is extremely cold, and your first kind of instinct is to gasp, because it's so cold. But you keep your lips closed. Go ahead and do a perception check for. It's very, very dark water, and there's not a lot of light coming through the ice. So you look down and you see two kind of hazy shapes. You see one that is much larger than the other, and by instinct you just kind of go down to the one that is much smaller. And sure enough, you see the outline of a human, kind of just waving wildly in the water.
I would like to grab him and swim back up towards the hole in the ice.
Okay. Go ahead and make a strength to grab him, because he is just mindlessly just flailing his arms.
Please don't fail me now.
Oh yeah.
Oh, thank
Easily enough, you see one of the wild swings coming, and you just grab it by the wrist, and you kind of put your other hand on the back of his collar, and you just start to kick as hard as you can upwards towards the light. And I'll say that is the end of your turn. Next is Bug.
I guess I'll just take a shot at the one I've been shooting for a while now.
Okay.
The 5th Aircora.
Yes. Ooh.
Oh.
And
So, that didn't
yeah.
work.
Go ahead.
I would just assume here that, I guess Bug's just, I don't even know if just distracted. I just don't think he's focusing. There's so much commotion going on. I don't know if you had any elaboration, any effects you would like to add on top of that I can add in. But
No, sure. The bolt just goes right past this one now that it's on the ground. Is there anything else you'd like to do?
Yeah, I guess I would like to, I guess one on the ground. Not
Yes.
really. I guess it's a spot where because moving backwards to defend everyone else, then you leave the people in front high and dry. No, he'll stay where he is.
Okay. All right. It is now Otto's turn. He's going to move and step off onto the ice right here, and he is going to attack the one right in front of him.
We gave Otto help, right?
Huh?
No gave Otto help on his turn, right?
Right, yes. Thank you. And sure enough, you see Otto kind of summon this mote of fire that goes in a straight line right to this bird person, and you see it is angrily looking at Mo, and it hits in the wing. You see right where there's a large kind of gash, and you see the wing just start to catch fire, and you see smoke kind of like billow out of the like sides of the armor, getting closer and closer to the main body as the entire like bird person just catches flames, and after a while just collapses. Man is dead. Alright, it's now Humor.
After his bow being knocked to the side, he's gonna quickly reach down and grab extra patient out the side, and as he like flourishes it out, just like a quick yank to like pull it out, he's gonna grip it with two hands and just slash at the one in front of him's like wings.
Alright. Alright. And right as you do so, the like bird person once again just is kind of like spinning in a circle, and your like sword, as it like comes up, kind of just like hits the side of the wing and just kind of bounces off of the armor on its wings. Is there anything else you would like to do?
He was just gonna ready himself in a defensive stance for a counterattack, and he's just gonna look at him and say, Your leader already fell. You'd be wise to do the same. Your lives don't have to end today."
It finally stops like going around in a circle on the ice, and it just kind of turns its head in confusion as you say this. It is now Ambrose's turn. Ambrose, you see just this figure dive down into the water, and as it grabs you, you can just barely make out that it is Balazar. And he seems to be helping you up to the surface.
Alright.
Go ahead and make a athletics check to see if you can kind of like help. Alright. Sure enough, you kind of mimic what he's doing with his legs, and all of a sudden, you see him kind of go into this veil, and then you go through it, and you are currently at the like surface holding on to Balazar.
Ambrose just like coughing.
Okay. Yeah. And you guys can pretty easily get back onto the like ledge of the ice. It's pretty like strong as you pull yourself up, and you are now back on land, about 40 feet away from where the rest of this commotion is happening, and the carpets have like landed. And let's see. It is now Drogos' turn.
Alright. Moment. Oh, wow, well within range. Alright, sweet. Drogos is gonna move over. He's gonna fly over here.
Okay.
And then seeing AA, is that 3? Yeah, 5. Or 3, 5?
This
3.
one right here?
Yeah, it's 3.
Yeah, 3.
Alright, he's gonna cast Ray of Frost on it.
Alright, go for it.
Went to really fun.
So, as you try to like target this bird, you see your like beam of frost just goes right past it and just builds up a mound of kind of ice on the already icy lake.
More ice. And it's Ursula's turn.
Okay. All right, Mo. And the one that has been attacking you is now dead.
Mm-hmm. I will kill AA1.
That is the
already
one
did that one.
unconscious on the.
That one's unconscious.
Can I
Yeah.
kill AA3?
You could get off of the carpet and yes.
I can't bow it from on top of the carpet.
Actually, you have line of sight. Yeah.
Okay.
Ooh, yeah. And you see, Hugh, you see an arrow go whizzing right past you, and it goes right into the main, like, chest area, through the arm, sticks. And the bird person just kind of, like, woozily kind of, like, steps backwards, like, a few steps, and just kind of, like, falls backwards. But you can see that it's currently, like, reaching for you, the morning star it dropped. It is still alive.
In response, Hugh is just gonna take extirpation and just sheath it and take a step back.
Okay. And it is now its turn. It is going to try to grab, its Morningstar, and in one motion just kind of try to get up and kind of like do a upwards swing towards Humorous. But you see, he's very like wobbly, and he's just kind of barely moving at this point.
Would have been a down 20.
Would have been crit, yeah. Yeah, and as it kind of like swings up, it like completely brings it over its head and like drops it behind its back, and once again it's kind of in a daze where you can get a attack of opportunity.
I will abstain.
Okay. It is just kind of in like a daze as it's like there with its hands over its head, kind of looking into the sky.
Looking around at everyone else, it's over, guys. We're done here. Where's the
Salazar,
kid?
is now your turn.
Balasar is going to see if Ambrose needs help up, and if he does, he will help get him back to the carpets.
Ambrose is fine, I think.
Okay, then Balasar will just go back
Very
to
well.
the carpets themselves.
All right. All right. And yeah, go ahead and move on the actual map. You have 40 feet. Yeah, you can attack AA3 if you.
Are we dealing with this one, or
Why don't we just leave him alive?
We can get some
Carriages?
information out of him. We don't have to go and kill him.
That or let him spread the tale of our ferocity.
Alright, are any of the other ones alive?
No, that looks like
Doesn't
that was all
appear
of them.
Hmm.
The raider kind of just like looks down at all of you, its head kind of like wobbling back to each side, and it just kind of goes, oh.
What?
He was gonna start walking over towards like the leader on the ground.
Okay. As you do so, as you're starting to get close, you see kind of a stream of blood coming from its like wing, and it seems like as the fight progressed, he bled out while he was unconscious. it seems like he's dead.
He was just gonna kind of shake his head again. We'll get the information out of that one over there. Try and get him to where we can talk to him.
Okay, well, first things first, we should probably tie him up.
I guess.
So Belisar will grab some rope and tie him up so that he cannot fly away like a coward.
Yeah, as you, like, do this, he seems to just be in a complete daze. Like, he's not, like, kicking against you or anything. You very easily kind of tie him up.
Alright, sit down. Belisar is gonna kind of push him into a sitting position. Hey, Bug, you still got some of that Keeley magic in you?
Yeah, why?
I think he's a bit delirious because of the head wound. At least
I could just try to stabilize him if you want. I am, I have some medical training.
If you would be so kind.
I guess. Can I walk over there?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, for the combat has basically ended. Yeah.
Yeah, it would take Bug a few seconds to waddle over. It's a little outside the movement.
Same with you, Ambrose. He can move freely.
Okay.
Otto also kind of makes his way over behind the...
So I guess I'm just going to try to stable him without having to use magic.
Okay, yeah, sure. Go ahead and make a medicine check.
I should have bought a medical kit while we were in town. That's what I have.
You don't really, like, understand the kind of biology of a bird person, but you can kind of quickly kind of put pressure on some wounds that are still, like, bleeding and wrap it up with, like, some just, like, spare material that you have. And, you kind of just, like, set him down and kind of just, like, let him know that he's kind of okay for the time being.
Can I take his Morning Star?
Sure.
Yeah, I'm just going to pick it up off the ground and pocket it.
Yeah.
Put it in my bag.
Yeah. You see
This
that
is
it
fine
is
now,
just...
buddy.
Yeah, it's that. You see
Man, he
that
really
it's
is
just a
adamant.
pretty normal morning start. There's nothing really, like, unique about it.
Yeah, it's just cool.
So, who sent you here to get us?
I don't know. The boss just tells us where to go.
See, it's that one over there. I'm going to gesture to the one that bled out on the ice.
Oh, yeah, that's him, dead on the floor.
I mean, you don't have any idea as to who may have put you up to this?
Hang on. I would like to go over and investigate the corpse, see if he had any identifying stuff on him.
Sure. Go ahead and make a
Notice.
go ahead and make an investigation check.
What's happening? Jorgo's is going to, like, Jorgo's, like, on the ground at this point, like, without his wings.
Yeah.
He's going to go over to Ambrose. He's going to go over to Ambrose, who's probably still very wet. Is that right?
Yes. Him and Belisar are covered in very icy cold water.
Jorgo's is going to, like, unwrap the cloak that he had over his horns, Brok's old cloak, and then give it to Ambrose and to say, here, this should probably warm you up a bit.
I will take it.
And then, like, as Jorgo's walks back, his tail comes out, like, out from underneath his clothes and back out in the open.
All right. And the bird person that you have tied up is just kind of looking, still in kind of a daze, but you kind of get the sense that he wasn't too smart to begin with. And Balazar, just a quick look through the kind of pockets on the front chest part. You find just some spare gold, probably around like 7 gold. But you also find a tiny slip of paper.
I would like to read what is on the paper.
All right. So basically, it's in extremely horrible handwriting, but you can make out that it's some sort of, like, it isn't a direct order, it's more of something that you kind of guess that this boss of this small group kind of wrote down, and it's something about meeting with a certain group of people, and that to only call them by the name, the Earwig.
Balasar is going to walk back over to our captive, and he's going to hold the note out so we can read it. Is this legible to you? Can you understand what this says?
Yeah.
What's it say?
Why should I read it to you?
If you don't, I'll tear your wings off and force you to walk 100 miles.
I like my wings. Well, it says, it's in my boss's handwriting, I think. He met with a person called the Earwig in Volunder, and they said to kill the Coalition of Spellfellas, and they would give us 500. That's what it says.
That's it?
That's it?
We're only worth 500 gold?
Apparently.
That's kind of insulting.
Damn, I've got almost 500 gold. I've got more than 500 gold in my pocket.
Yeah! I feel like... Guys, what if this wasn't meant to kill us? What if this was meant to test us?
It's not unheard of.
The boss said kill.
It's
Kill.
Well, yeah, but how are you guys gonna kill us? I mean, look at us!
It's a pretty
Yeah,
common
they're
way
okay.
at testing contractors. You hire a average quality team to take them out. If they die, they weren't good enough. If they succeed, you hire them.
Yeah. Wait, yeah. So, are you saying that you're better than us?
Well, I think everyone thinks they're better than everyone. That's how the world works.
I don't know. And then Bug's gonna stick his thumb in the guy's wound. Just how's that feel?
It's cooperating so far.
Painful.
We don't need to.
Ah! And Bug's gonna take his thumb out and lick it and put it in his mouth.
All right, guys. What do we do with them?
Well, we could take some of his friends. They probably taste pretty good.
That reminds me, Balasar is going to walk back over to the leader, cut his head off, and hand it to Bug.
Yay! Bug's just gonna quickly put it in his pouch. Well, I think we should let this one go, probably.
I agree.
I feel bad.
All right, that is 2 for release. Everyone else?
I'd say let him go too.
That's 3.
But, buddy, come on! And he's like snapping at him. Can you look at me for a second?
Hi. Yeah.
Yeah, just, if anyone ever mentions our names, just, I think you know what to say about us, right? And
I
Bug
will
just
yell very loud.
And Bug takes out the leader's head, like, pulling it up by his hand, just, like, kisses it on the beak and puts it back in his bag. Yeah!
I'll tell them you did that.
Very good!
Make sure you know
Balasar
God, Slayer,
is
bro.
going to give him one last pat down for to make sure he doesn't have like a dagger or something on him, and then I will cut his
Okay.
restraints and let him go.
You can pretty easily see that on one side, he did have a short bow of about 10 arrows.
Hugh, you want these arrows?
Well, it wouldn't hurt to take him if he's okay with handing them over.
Yeah, I mean, my whole group is dead now, so.
I'm not letting him keep the weapons.
Well, I know that, like... Now,
I mean-
I'll take them.
Balasar will take the arrows and hand them to Hugh, and then take and just kind of snap it over his knee.
Oh, alright.
I will use your mace well, by the way. Thank you for it.
Yeah, they're pretty cheap, but they're nice.
It's just nice to have, like and he pulls out the scimitar. Yeah, I got this from one of the last guys that tried to surrender. I figured this time it's nice to let someone live.
Yeah,
It
when
usually decides via coin toss. Consider yourself lucky.
Yeah.
I tried to go into a nicer shop. I was in charge of the shopping trip. We came over here, but this one shop wouldn't let me in, and I had to go to some backwater place. We got
My
pretty bad
apologies.
weapons.
It happens.
Oh, are you gonna let me go or what?
I already cut your restraints. You're free to go.
Oh,
Just if we ever meet again, we're on good terms. You and us, we've evened out. So just have a good one, bud.
What's your name,
Take
by
a
the way?
direction and start walking.
all right. Well, I'll be sure to spread your name. And he starts to take off and fly towards the mainland.
I say we give it 10 minutes and then we leave.
But how's our
Alright.
drivers? Are they alright?
Let's ask them. Hey, gnomish buddies, you good?
Oh, we're it's not the first time we've been attacked up there.
All right, as long as you're in one piece.
Yep. And they all sort of just nod in unison. Well, same groupings for weight and stuff. Everything else should be good to go.
Right.
Bug, can he saunter over to the 5th Arakora and just can he try to pluck his crossbow bolts? He had, I believe, 2 inside this one.
Sure, yeah. So you pretty easily get them out, but one does snap as you pull it out. So you only got one back.
Better than nothing.
And Bowser, would you like to walk back a couple of feet and try to find that javelin
I will
that
try
you threw?
the 2 javelins I threw.
Okay, yeah.
There's 3 javelins.
Yeah. So I think, yeah, you pull 2 out of the corpses of the birdmen, and you find one just kind of halfway through the ice, a couple of feet back. And with all that, I assume you guys kind of get back into the same formation on the.
Yep.
It seems so. Unless Ambrose wants to take my place, then I can go with Mo. Because since he's kind of on my carpet, I don't know if he. Ambrose, are you okay to move for it? Do you want to stay here?
Yeah, I'll move.
All right, just making sure you're okay, bud.
Yes, thank you.
That was a nasty fall. How was the water?
Very cold.
Do you want me to heat that cloak for you?
If you could, yes.
Bug points at it and goes, zap! And casts prestidigitation to warm the cloak.
Yeah. And Ambrose, you notice that pretty instantly the cloak gets very hot, but not too hot, but it's just right.
Orange.
All right. So the carpets lift off once again, and you guys start to go towards the mainland. And after about another 30 minutes, you see a very large city with very large farms to the south. And the gnome in front says, and if you look down there, that's Mortem Dur. But you guys were going to Volunder, right?
Yep.
Yep.
Yeah, it's just past that, a little to the north, and well, way up in the mountains. You're lucky you have us. It's usually a day's trip if you go on foot up there. And you guys start to fly over Mortem Dur, and you see that it is a very large city. You see to the north, there are some pretty large houses. and just the entire coast is just packed with docks. You see that some of the ice around the coast too has been broken, and some ships are starting to make their way up and down the coast.
Can
mhm.
can Balasar see any defenses similar to what was in Bresson?
As you look around, towards the edge of the city, you see that houses and buildings just start to get very few and far between. You see there are no real walls or borders or anything.
There's no defenses around this city.
I mean, isn't most of it like underground? Like, you know?
The gnome turns around and says, yeah, well, most of it is underground, though. They've never really had trouble attacks or anything. It's one of the oldest cities, I think, in all of Playglad, so...
That's interesting.
Yeah, it's been around longer than Volunder.
Wow.
I just feel... Didn't the Seth say that the soldiers who came to kill that dragon in Brest, didn't they come from Mortunder?
I think so.
You'd think that a city with experience having to kill dragons would take defense more seriously for their surface structures.
I mean, they're probably smart enough to know that walls won't help you.
This is true.
Oh, are you talking about the guards from Morndur?
Yeah, when we were waiting for you guys, we saw that about the dragon attack in Bresson.
Oh, yes. Well, I don't think Mortunder actually has. They don't have any guards themselves. I think they get all their security from Volunder up there. I think they have quite the army up there.
Huh, interesting. Do you know if there's any builders in Mortunder? Maybe that Kobold could hire for an affordable rate?
No, I think some of the best builders in the world probably live here. It's the dwarven capital. You know dwarves.
Keep that yeah, I do know dwarves. I really do.
So you want to go straight to Volunder, right? You don't want to make a pit stop or anything?
Yeah, we can stop in Mortunder once we're done with our job.
Yeah.
All right. And
Speaking of while we're there, we're going to be looking for someone. Does the name William Peterson mean anything to you?
I've actually never been in to that big city up there. We mostly just kind of, fly people around. We can't really fly into a enclosed cave, so.
I get it.
Yeah, but I don't know. And probably 30 more minutes pass, and you start to fly past Mortunder, and you kind of go off to the north, and you start rapidly gaining altitude. You see that these mountains are like right up to you now. You're flying right along very massive cliff-like faces. But if you look at the ground, most of you can see that there is some sort of a path and some sort of weird, almost like mechanical-looking thing that follows the path all the way up. And you see now, probably, if you could guess, it's probably like up in the mountains where you see this kind of trail end is probably 2,000 feet above Mortunder. You are very, very high above the mountains. And you see now where the kind of trail ends, you're starting to kind of lose a lot of this altitude, and you start to land on this very snowy kind of big open area. And as you come around this one cliff, you see there is some sort of grand entrance with kind of these shapes carved into the side. And you see what looks to be something like this. You see there's some sort of grand bridge going over a large chasm, and you see this just massive doorway, and it is just covered in red banners and decorative like stonework. The gnomes kind of set you down at the other end of this bridge, and they kind of say their goodbyes, and unless any of you want to ask something, they will be flying off very soon.
If we need you guys again, I guess call Lord Kyanite. Is there a way to like get a hold of you?
Well, Lord Kyanite does kind of tell us where to go.
Like, what if we wanted to contact you?
Nothing really for that. Guess you would
That's
just
a
have
shame.
to talk to the big boss man.
Okay.
Well, I guess we'll be off. And
Safe travels.
Sure enough, the carpets kind of rise up, and you see them slowly disappear behind the mountains. Where you've landed, the snow's kind of cleared out, but you see just mountains of snow along this like large path that leads up to this bridge, and you see there's no one on the bridge, but you can make out shapes just past the bridge at the actual gates. And you all are kind of all grouped like together, and if you all wanted to make your way across the bridge, I know it's getting late, but I do have a stopping place right up ahead, so
Yeah, I guess let's head on inside, try to find somewhere to sleep that isn't the ground.
Like, I have hospitalization in here.
all right. So as you guys make your way across the bridge, Bug, you kind of just like glance off the side of the bridge, and you have never seen a drop this far. As you look off the bridge, you can barely make out shapes on the ground below. If you had to guess, it's probably hundreds of feet down.
Can I try something?
Sure.
Yeah, can we stop for a second? And Bug pulls out a one silver piece and drops it off the edge and starts counting.
Okay.
1,
It
2,
falls.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17,
Ding!
18 seconds. That's a long drop.
Yeah, you can just barely make out the noise. It's more of you kind of seeing the glimmer of light come off the coin as it hits a rock below. So as you guys make your way across this bridge, you see there seems to be what looks to be a dwarf in extremely heavy. As you get closer, you see he kind of looks like this. And from what you can see, there are two of what look to be taller figures on each side of him, kind of guarding the edge of this bridge.
Hi.
Go shut up.
Jorgo's gonna cast Comprehend Languages.
Okay.
And just say, can you repeat that?
Oh, I see. Commoners. We haven't quite opened the gates yet, so we weren't expecting visitors. What is your business?
Here to carry out a will of a friend of ours.
Well,
We're just travelers. We're just here on pleasure.
We were
Yeah.
told by Lord Kyanite of Nome.
Lord, Lord Kynite. Yes, he's
there was some work here that needed to be done involving undead.
I see. Well, we can't just. Wait, Lord Kynite?
Yeah, and Jervis would off the letter and show him like, hey, this is it. Yeah, it's written.
Writ of passage. I guess you are sell swords, but professional sell swords, I see. Well,
Oh my God.
if you're here for that business, well, I guess we can let you in, but have any of you ever been here before?
No,
Nope.
I don't believe so.
I've gone by here, but I was never allowed in. So
Huh, yes. We really only let outsiders in half the year. Usually for winter, most people can't even get up here, so... You are early for a festival that's gonna happen... Oh, probably about 5 days. It's the coming of Artundus. Have you ever heard of that?
I can't say I have. No.
It's also...
I know of Artundus. I don't know his history, really.
It's also New Year's Day.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yes.
Is it really that time already?
Yes, well, time flies when you're having fun, they say. But, well, I guess we can go ahead and let you in. Do you have any, I guess, questions?
What sort? Like just about Volunder itself, or?
Well, yes, I'm a guard for Volunder.
Where can we sleep that isn't the ground?
Oh, you truly have never been to Volunder. There's many, many inns.
I like the closest ones. I assumed you had inns. Knowing dwarves, I assumed you all didn't sleep on the ground.
Oh yes, we for the ones who can, we like to live in luxury. So, as you enter, you'll enter into the Gold District. That's the one more well-versed for passerbyers and travelers. There's plenty of inns. So, is there anything else?
Do you guys hate magic, or like if I use magic, will I get kicked out immediately?
As long as you're not hurting anyone or, well, interfering with any of our missions, then no. Use magic as much as you want.
All right, got it. Thank you. Anyone else got questions? Or
Where's the graveyard? That's probably a very broad question. We're looking for the tombstone of a beloved friend.
I see. Well, there's only one. It's on the left side of the Iron District.
All right, left side of the Iron District. I'll remember that. Thank you.
I think you should be able to buy a map in the Gold District as soon as you go in.
grab one. So
Oh, all right. Well, it'll probably make a lot more sense once you get in there.
yeah, I don't think we've looked at it yet. So try just going. See what's going
All
on.
right. He kind of looks around, and you see now he kind of holds out his hand, and all of a sudden, this staff starts to almost like appear slowly in his hand, and it goes all the way to the ground and goes up and up and up, and it looks to be a giant morning star. And he takes it with two hands and kind of bangs it on the ground twice and yells, "Open up the gates!" And you see now these massive gates, these wooden gates with like these golden sort of inlays on them. You see someone on like a cliff face on like one side kind of do some sort of motion, and you see these massive doors start to creak open towards you. And inside, you see buildings and buildings and buildings. And it looks like this cave system just goes on for miles in one gigantic, like, cave opening. And before you is Volunder, the home of your past party member Brok Holder, and the birthplace of the god of stone Artundus. And as you guys take your first steps in, that is where we will end off today.
Nice.
Wait.
Woo.
Okay.
What's up?
Yeah.
Nothing.
And
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Thanks.
Cool.
Ooh, that was great.
Cries.
Yeah, sorry, that combat went on for...
No, it was.
That was fine.
It's fine. I caused it.
For your first combat, it was fantastic.
Okay.
I'm kind of
So-
sad that I didn't get to save the captain.
It
Yeah.
happens. I got
We get
his
to know
head,
the
though.
Imagine wanting to save the enemy.
We saved one.
We're
I
literally.
don't have to
do
put
it.
my thumb in his
Only
wound and
after
eat it.
Balasar threatened to rip his wings off.
I put my thumb in his wound.
I will send the link to the map of Volunder. You guys didn't open it?
We didn't
but
look at it.
I will...
I didn't know we had it because I wasn't with that part of the group.
Yeah.
Also,
I will go ahead and just put it in deep.
I was like, let me actually calculate how far up that bridge is. I was so curious. That's such a satisfying number, just short of a mile.
Yeah.
Did you plan that, or did you?
No.
Because I calculated that, like, because I looked up how much a silver piece
Mhm.
weighs in D&D. It's 1/10 of a pound.
Yeah.
Because of gold is 1 pound. And so I'm like, okay, I'm going to use Earth gravity here. And then I'm like, okay, let me plug in some numbers, blah, blah, blah.
And if you click on that map, on the actual link, you can zoom in way further.
Oh,
like-
cool, Incarnate, yeah.
It is rendered in 4K, so you can zoom in as far as you want.
I'm just gonna show that off before I end the recording. Oh man, that looks so cool. That's really cool.
Pretty sick.
Whew, all right.
Okay, I would assume gold is the first one that we enter into. Then that second one, I would assume, is either stone or iron. Then it's iron, probably, or stone, like depending on. I can't tell which of those is.
Oh, we got
right.
Blackstone at the back.
Yeah, then
You
it's
know
Blackstone.
they're good people when their base of operations is surrounded by a giant obsidian black wall, several giant spiky towers, and a moat of lava.
Yes,
It
a
literally
moat of
looks like
lava
Mount
is
Doom.
kind of a good place.
It literally looks like Mount Doom. Yeah.
So when I
It's a
like
little
last
on
week,
the nose.
do you remember when I started bursting out laughing?
Yeah.
Oh,
I was making that back part,
so
and
good.
I saw that they had those walls, and that you could have lava.
I mean this
So
in the best possible way, but this looks like a Clash of Clans base. Level
I
3
see
cannon.
they've got, looking at the back, I see they've gone for a layered defense.
Yeah, no, I literally was thinking, oh, it's a Clash of Clans layer defense. Hell
Otherwise
yeah.
known as
Bug.
a castle defense. Otherwise
Bug
known as a
away.
get me hoppity, get off my property.
My barbarians are making it to the gate. Send more skeleton archers.
I hope there are
Very
cables
sick.
in here. Like suspension cables.